Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the TEKS tool number line. We are working with a problem related to TEKS 3.7c, and we'll solve it in 5 minutes or less. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So, when we look at problems that have to do with a time interval, how long did something last, or what was the ending time if we give you the starting time and a time interval, those can be solved using a number line. So let's take a look at what's happening here. Lily starts her piano practice when the clock shows the time below. All right, so we need to figure out what time this is on the clock. And then she's going to practice for 55 minutes. And then what time does Lily finish her piano practice? Now, let me show you why the time interval is probably going to be best solved by using a number line rather than just vertical addition or vertical subtraction. So let's first figure out what this time is. Well, our smaller hand, right, that's going to be the hour hand. It's a little bit past the 4, so it's 4 something. And we've got our minute hand, that's the longer, skinnier hand, and it's pointing at the 2, but remember those are sets of 5. So 2 sets of 5 makes 10, so this is 4:10. All right, so it starts after school, 4:10. She practices for 55 minutes. Now watch what happens if I just want to try to add 55, and I line it up like this, right? We're going to end up with 465, and that is not a real time. So that's why we don't necessarily need to do it that way. What we can use is we can use a number line. So there's a way to turn that 465 into the correct answer, but it's kind of strange. So let's start with a number line. And let's start with our time that we have. So our time is going to be 4:20, or 4:10, excuse me. And then what we want to do is we want to jump to the next hour. So let's see, how long does it take to get to that next hour? Well, that next hour is going to be 5 o'clock because we're looking for that next o'clock. And how many minutes is that? Well, there's a few different ways we can do that. We can count up from 4:10 up to 5 o'clock. Since we've got this analog clock, I would suggest just using that. And so remember, each time we go by one of the face numbers, we're skip counting by 5. Okay? So we can say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So we are adding 50 minutes to get from 4:10 to 5 o'clock. And if we think that there are 60 minutes in an hour, we also could have done this. We could have said, well, there's 60 minutes in the hour, and I'm starting at 10 minutes after. So if we subtract 10 from 60, there's 50 minutes to get to that next full hour. That's a different way we could have thought about that. Well, look, I've already used 50 minutes, and I only need to go 55. So then what we could do is we can take just a little hop right here, and we can go plus 5, and that's going to be pretty simple. That's going to be 505. And so using a number line can help us break up what that time interval is into chunks. And what we're looking for is to get to that next hour and then take the remaining time over that hour. Now, we could have solved it that way using this 465. All we would have had to do is we would have needed to think that if we would have taken 460, right? Remember, this 60 is an extra hour. So that 460 is really the same as 5 o'clock. And then we had 5 left over, right? So we could have added an extra 5. Either way, we're kind of breaking it into chunks. And we are uh, thinking of 60 minutes as our unit, as that whole hour. And then we are moving it forward. So as you can see here, our answer is going to be A. Some of these distractors are simply not counting that time over the hour or just misinterpreting how we can go from 10 all the way past that hour. But our answer here is going to be A because she finishes at 5:05 p.m.